Hi guys, I'm Anita and I'm back with another video, and today it's time for my book haul, March book haul. Let's call it March book haul because we're almost by the end of March, and the majority of this I purchased in March, or definitely I received all of it in March. So let's get into them. It features Booktube SFF books. It features 2 series where I got the majority of the books in that series, a couple of other things, and I have a total of 29 books to add to my collection. And one of them I've read. No, that's not true. 7 of them I've read. So let's get into that. I'm going to start out with my Booktube SFF collection. The first book that I got, which I'm currently in the middle of, is A Trail of Lightning by Rebecca Roanhorse. This is nominated in the Booktube SFF debut category of the year, and so far it's okay, but I'm not loving it, but I hope I will enjoy the last half bit a little more than I have the first half. Next up, I also got The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal. This is nominated in this book in the science fiction category of the Booktube SFF Awards, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. This is an alternative history about how women going into space and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to reading it. I've heard very excellent things. Next up, I also got Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This is the second and final book in the Vicious duology. This, I'm looking forward to this a bit. I really enjoyed Vicious when I read it. And I've heard that the second book is really great as well. It's a bit of a chunker, but the font is pretty large, so I think it's going to be an okay fast read, and yeah. But this is nominated in the Booktube SFF Awards under the science fiction category. The next book I got was Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett. This is nominated in the Booktube in the fantasy category of the Booktube SFF Awards, and I'm really looking forward to reading this. I heard excellent things about this series and this author, and that he does really great world building, so I am very much eager to figure out how I'm going to be liking it. Finally, I got Aquicorn Cove by Katie O'Neill. I actually already read this one this month, and it's definitely a very cute story, and it talks a lot about how we should all be better at treating the environment around us a little better to protect the environment. And it talks a lot about coral reefs, and it has a very cute aquicorns, and they're really cute. And the illustrations are kind of like this. They're very pastel color like, and it doesn't have a lot of text. It's more imagery showing, and I definitely enjoyed it. I think I gave it 4 stars, but I will talk a lot more about this in my wrap up. I also got The Adventure Zone, Here There Be Gerblins, not giants, by Clint Griffin, Justin and Travis McElroy, as well as Carrie Pearch. And this sort of looks, I don't know why I got Valhalla vibes when I saw the illustrations on the cover. So I don't know. It looks kind of fun, and hopefully I will enjoy it. And it's kind of a long graphic novel. It's over 200 pages, and not a lot of graphic novels surpasses 200 pages, but I'm going to hopefully enjoy this one and let you know more when I read it. The last and final thing I got for the Booktube SFF Awards was Monstress Volume 3. Haven, is that volume called? It is by Marjorie M. Liu and Sana Takeda. The coloring is the illustrations are from Sana Takeda, and I love the illustrations. I love all of the funny creatures in this. I mean, like, they're all so cute and adorable, and I'm looking forward to reading this because I definitely enjoyed the second volume more than the first, so hopefully it will just become better and better as the series progresses. And all of these graphic novels are nominated in the graphic works category. I got two series and a whole trilogy, and at least one of the series I've read all of them except one, so let's get to that one first. I recently got the complete set of Narnia, the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. I have read all but The Magician's Nephew. I don't know, when I originally read this, my brother said, you don't need to read the Magician's Nephew because it's boring and it's not really good, and it's not really connected to the other stories. So I didn't read it, but I have heard obviously that a lot of people actually really enjoy The Magician's Nephew, so now I'm going to be reading it. But yeah, the first one I have is The Magician's Nephew. The next one is The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. I got The Horse and His Boy. This was actually one of my favorites, but I know it's an unpopular opinion. I got Prince Caspian. I got The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. And I got The Silver Chair. This is also one of my favorites in the Narnia series. And finally I got The Last Battle, all by C.S. Lewis. And I got this whole series for like €250. So I thought that was a pretty good deal, and for 7 books. And so I decided to just grab it and hope that they weren't too beat up. And I actually think they're in pretty good condition. It also said that the condition would be good, but you never know when you buy these used and what other people deem as pretty good. Another series I bought was because I went to the bookpeople.co.uk, where they have these collections of series or author collections or just themes, and I saw they had this series for $3.99, and there was an extra deal that you got 20% off any what's it called, handpicked favorites that they have on there. And then I had to pay I think £4 for shipping, so it was $7.99 in total for these 7 books. They are the 7 of the books from the Little House on the Prairie series, which I know is very a favorite of many from their childhood, but I've never read it. But I decided to get them because I think they sound really, maybe it could be a fun quick read. So the first one is The Little House in the Big Woods. Then I have The Little House on the Prairie, On the Banks of Plum Creek, By the Shores of Silver Lake, The Long Winter, Little Town on the Prairie, and finally These Happy Golden Years. And they are all by Laura Ingalls Wilder, and they're part of the Little House on the Prairie series that was made into a TV adaptation, which was my friend's favorite thing to watch, and I hated it. I didn't really put my mind to actually watching it because I just decided that I didn't want to like it, so I don't know whether I would have liked it. I was weird. So I still have a weird thing with TV stuff, and it's difficult for me to explain. Another book that I have already read is The Light Fantastic by Terry Pratchett, just to add to my Terry Pratchett collection. I now have, I don't know how many of the books, but I definitely have a good chunk of the books. And I really like these covers. And this and The Call of Magic is the only 2 books so far that I've read that have direct storylines going from one book to the other. All the other books you can basically read on their own. Next up, I got a trilogy, a 3 for 100 thing in a store at 100 Danish kroners. And it is, all of them are by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen, my favorite Danish author so far. Oh, well, I also really like Jussi Adler Olsen, who is the author of the Department Q series, but okay. This is 3 books that are short story collections of horror stories written by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen. The first one is called Amongst the Forest Shadows, I think, or Between the Forest Shadows, I think, by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen. Dead Dreams, Døde Drømme, and Blackout, and these are all by Kenneth Bøgh Andersen, and they each have 6 horror novella stories, horror short stories in each of them. Next 3 books were part of the order where I got the Narnia collection. The Terry Pratchett book was on that same order as well. And the first one is basically because I think I was persuaded by Giselle from Giselle Bradley, because this is one of her favorite books, ever, and that is Enchanted by Gail, Carson, Levine. And I hate that this is such a trashy movie cover, but it was only like €2, so I was like, yeah, let's get it. And I mean, it's only like just over 200 pages, and I'm looking forward to reading it. It's supposed to be a really good fairy tale retelling. I've watched the movie a couple of times, but I've heard that the book is better. I really enjoyed the movie actually, so yeah. The next thing I got was Squire, Terrance and the Maiden Knight by Gerald Morris. This is the first book in the Squire's Tale series. The English title is different than the American title. I think the American title is just called Squire's Tale or Squire's Knight or something like that. I forgot. But it does say book 1 in the Squire's Tale on the side here. So this I got because of Sam from Sam's Nonsense. This is one of her favorite series, Arthurian Legends, and I really enjoy Arthurian Legends. Even though I haven't read a lot of Arthurian Legends, I just really enjoy retellings in movie form, TV form, and the books that I have read from this universe or with Arthurian Legends, I've really enjoyed. So hopefully I will also really enjoy this one. The last and final thing I got from that purchase was A Cavern of Black Ice by J.V. Jones. This is a fantasy series of I think 5 or 6 books. I was not sure if this was like set in the same world as another trilogy that she's written previously, but I looked up and it doesn't seem like it have any references to each other. So I'm really looking forward to reading this one. It is like 800 pages long. It's a really honker of a book. But this has it's in a really good condition. The spine is not cracked one bit. I don't think it's been read through. The pages are a little yellowed because it's been like standing on bookshelves, but it hasn't been read through, I don't think. Because then it would have had creases or something, I would presume. So that's pretty awesome. And I'm looking forward to reading this. I have no idea what it's about, but the people I'm friends with on Goodreads has rated it really, really highly, so I'm looking forward to reading it. And the last and final thing that I got in March is When the Sky Fell in Splendor by Emily Henry. This I'm currently reading for the Buzzword Readathon, but I'm not going very fast with it. Not because I'm not enjoying it. It's kind of weird and fun and interesting, and I'm definitely looking forward to see where it's going to be going. But I'm just going pretty slow with it. I just haven't had time to pick it up very much over the past couple of days because yesterday I had a lot of headaches and I received it on Thursday, and this morning I read something and I'm on page 40, so 46. Yeah, but I'll let you know what I think of it when I get more into it. These are all of the books. I'm happy that a lot of them are really, really short, and I've at least read some of them. I'm completely knackered right now, and I can't move. I can't do. If I try to lift them up, they will drop because they're all really have such a smooth texture that they are going to fall down. But these were all the books I got in March. Let me know if you read any of them, what you thought of them, which ones you think I should prioritize, and are you planning on reading any of the Booktube SFF award books, and did you get any books for that? And yeah, oops. Definitely, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye!